Oh yeah.
Interesting part is the frames are terrible. Ooh. Whoa. Every time. Oh, hey guys. Sorry, I don't have chat like in my game. Let me see if I can fix that. If anyone's still there. I didn't think anyone was gonna be here. I was just kind of messing around trying to figure out stuff. Oh, I have to. How do I do this?
Oh, I did it.
Two. Now I can see Azerty and Frankie. Let's see here, chat. Let's get this popped out.
Oh yeah, I'm winning.
Now I should be able to go here. Here. And that. Okay, so if you're still there, Frankie, you're saying no frame issue, even through the woods, huh? I can see in this performance meter that the performance headroom is dipping hard once I get into the trees over there and the wooded kind of S's. I assume y'all can hear me by now, huh? I think so. If you're still there, you can hear me.
Oh, I really didn't look right there.
Let's see here. But y'all may have left out. I noticed no heavy frame drop. Okay. I also changed some settings. I upped the priority for OBS for streaming from normal to like above normal is the setting. And then I turned off visual tuning because I saw somewhere that maybe that would be good. I don't know what other graphicsy things we can turn down. We can turn down anisotropic filtering a bit. A lot of these things shouldn't matter too much. Shadow details on medium. We could turn shadow detail down, but what I don't know is I'm using the built-in Oculus performance meter, and it doesn't tell you CPU versus GPU, unfortunately. So I think I'm going to have to pick up the application that Cheese uses to monitor CPU and GPU independently, which is too bad. Let's go back and try Cascais, and it's also maybe different because I'm using single player and not multiplayer. I don't know if that's harder on everything. It might be. I'm gonna try to load up AMS2. Maybe. Steam VR will cooperate. Let's go to here. Steam.
Oh. Yeah.
Let's get AMS2 rolling. I have everything. Yeah, I'm trying to do my best. I don't have multiplayer stuff, so I don't know if that's harder on the CPU. I don't have crew chief running, but, and you know, all that stuff might really matter because it looks like on this performance headroom meter, whatever that is for the Oculus debug tool, it was I had very little performance left on the table. It looked like when I was going through the woods there, like it was 15 to 20% for most of the lap. Then when I got to the woods, it just tanked hard. But unfortunately, it's not telling me if it's the CPU or the GPU that's messing things up, which is what I really wanted to know. Let's see if I can find Automobilista 2. No. Come on, game thingy. Let's get this is working, I'm pretty sure, right? Nope. Hoping it will actually recognize Automobilista 2. And no, of course it won't. Darn. Can we just do like capture full screen application? Will it do this? See if it'll find AMS2. Hey, it found AMS2, right on. Let's go to single race. I don't know. I don't know if it's a length of stream, if that has anything to do with it. It seemed like I went back and looked at the Cadwell race, and every time I got to the woods is when it just started stuttering horribly. And it wasn't, I mean, it was like, you know, 1 frame per second stuttering. And then at Cascais at AMS2, it did it every time near the start finish line, and there was a straight that gets close to that on the backside as well. So I'm going to try loading up Cascais and see if it does it in here. I'm just curious. And sure, we can drive these, that's fine. I want to get as many of these cars on track as we can. 29, let's do it. Let's start in the back-ish, or at least in the mid-pack. Probably don't have a whole lot of time here, so let's just go ahead and get to it and see what happens. I do only have 16 gigs of RAM. I don't know how much that matters. Trying to think, like, what's the best thing to try to upgrade to fix this? And it seems like, I don't know if any of them would be bad ways to go, if that makes sense. Like the GPU, oh my, let's see if I can get chat to work with this. That's not a great spot. Upgrading the CPU should be a good thing because, I mean, worst case scenario, it lets me do my workload stuff better. Come on, chat. There's chat. I'm not sure. I certainly don't want to upgrade the GPU right now because with the 30 series cards out, I don't have the shifter set up for these. That's too bad. So that would have been fun. Curious to try this car again now that I have my force feedback working better. And AMS2. Hopefully this should be as much fun as it was the first time I drove them. Whoops. Okay, so the performance headroom meter is getting just reamed right now. Whoa. Okay, good. Well, not good, but that's what the meter shows. It's really bad right now. Yeah, so it should stutter somewhere along the start-finish line, and it's not here, I don't think. It was... Whoa. Hang on, car. We're just trying to get around the track right now. I want to say it was down at the end of this straightaway, maybe? Because this gets back close to start-finish, so I'm assuming it's going to get bad here again. But this is running even worse than Project Cars was, which I think is funny because Oz mentioned somewhere today that how much better AMS2 runs, and I didn't think that was right. And that's, at least not on my computer, it's confirmed that maybe I need to go change some settings. And I could try, there's lots of things I can try. I can try running CPU encoding instead of GPU, so change from NVENC to X264. And that might make things better or worse, I don't know, it'll be different though. Ooh. But yeah, this force feedback feels so much better than when we raced these things. I was really struggling to drive them when we did them the first time. This is much more pleasant. I remembered having so much fun driving these in the when I was using my Logitech wheel. So it should be bad again, I'm assuming. Oh yeah, I saw a major crash for a second. But the funny thing is, I mean, yeah, the performance meter looks bad, but in the headset it looks great. It's smooth as it could be, and I don't have a problem. But I can see the performance meter's going nuts. What changed to make the force feedback? Oh, I I don't even know how I thought about this, but if you ever look at force feedback setup stuff for the Logitech wheels, they always tell you in the Logitech profiler to set force feedback to 100, right? And then change everything else in game to play with that. And I got to thinking about that, and I've always had the like overall FFB setting on my wheel on the Fanatec to like, I don't know, somewhere between like mid 30s to mid 40s. Sorry, I'm not driving at all really. And I just started thinking, it's like, well, maybe that should really be set to 100, and then I should use the game settings and some of the other wheel settings to change how strong the force feedback is. And that seems to have made a huge difference for me. So now I'm getting much smoother force feedback. So I think basically by running it at like the mid 30s to 40s on the overall force feedback on the DD1, it was like clipping the signal horribly. So I was getting really weird force feedback in AMS2, but now it feels pretty good again. But the funny thing is, like, I got race room feeling pretty good using, you know, the 30 to 40 setting on the wheel. I've been really happy with how ACC feels. So now I haven't had a chance yet, but I want to go load those back up and start over with trying to dial those force feedback settings in to see if they're going to get better too. So I may have been doing the force feedback on the DD1 wrong the whole time, which would be interesting. If it can get better, then let's do it, but yikes. But I'm really not even paying attention now, just talking to the air. I'm struggling to notice anything significant. Oh, really? So you're saying it's not stuttering at all? Let's get back to the start finish here and see if it stutters, because that's somewhere we know is bad. The double chicane of death. That is the worst chicane in any track I've ever been to. It is impossible to get through there. This will be the moment of truth. There's also no other cars around right now, but I don't think that mattered because you and I were running at the back of the pack a lot of times, Frankie, by ourselves, and it was still pretty bad. Hey, Zaris. I agree, and usually that's what I was saying. I used to like this car a lot on my Logitech, but ever since I switched over to the DD1, it felt terrible. And I think I fundamentally set things up wrong before. Not since the very start. Okay, so let's restart this race and get all the cars back here and see what happens. And if that's the case, I would bet it's a CPU issue. Because it takes a lot of CPU usually in racing sims to deal with a whole bunch of cars. Wow, look at the synchronized. Oh man, AMS2 AI. It's getting a lot better, but still so quirky. Let's see if we can get a whole lap in. And see if I can keep up with a bunch of cars. Now again, we've got, oh man, thanks guys. Like 30 cars on track about, so that's a lot. Come on, we're losing the whole field. Ooh. Out of the way. We're testing streaming settings. Yeah, the force feedback definitely feels just smoother to me now than before. And maybe it's just AMS2 that wants it this way. I don't know. Yeah, try that. I'm pretty sure I talked with Oz, and he I think has always had his CSL set up that way, where it's maxed out on the wheel and then uses the game to change it. And I think he said that after we talked, because we were DMing and talking a lot about if this might work on my wheel before I could test it, and he said that he tried it on his wheel doing maxed out on the wheel and then using the game to set the strength, and then maxing it out in game and using the wheel to set the strength. And when he maxed out in game and used the wheel to set the strength, he said it felt muddy and bad. So give that a shot, but also start with your force feedback very low in the game. It's probably not as big a deal maybe on the CSL wheels or whatever, but I was really scared when I started that because I was afraid it was going to kill me. But so I started with like the force feedback in game at like 5 and slowly creeped up, and I think it's around 30 now, 30, 35 tops. And that gives me, it's pretty heavy at times. I should have been paying more attention. This was the important bit. And now I'm going to spin out. Oh, all right. Fantastic. What a waste of a test this was. I'm going to have to restart the race again, probably. So there's still just some weird stuff in AMS2 that I don't like. Like, going through that corner, I can just feel the wheels skipping and breaking traction, so the wheels tugging at me, and I don't love that. Okay, well, you know what I really need? It didn't kill me, but jokes aside, I have had several serious moments where my thumb has been hurting for months. I've probably whined about that before. I got a contusion on my left hand in race room, and I've had some issues. It can be dangerous if it's not set up right, for sure. Okay, this time we're going to try to race cleanly and stay in the pack for the whole lap. So I think it's confirmed there's an issue, at least at the start of the race. But the question is, what do I need to do to fix that? Is it the GPU that's freaking out or the CPU? My guess is it's the CPU. And the funny thing is, it looks fine in the headset. There's no stutter or slowdown, nothing. The frame rate's also locked at a smooth 72. So I mean, I'm getting as a nice, clean, smooth experience as I can get in the headset. It's just coming out bad in the stream. I guess the next thing to try sometime is to try X264 instead of the NVENC to let the CPU do the stream rendering and see if that makes things better or worse. Oop. Oh yeah. Whoop. Hang on to it. There we go. Whoop. As long as we don't spin out now. Hang on. Go. Oh, no wonder the AI's pushing on me. It's like, this doesn't feel right. But that's fair. Turnabout's fair play. Take him on the outside. Nope. Okay, so now the question is, how's it doing that we're still with some cars here? Yeah. I'll get right on that, Todd. It's easier said than done. I don't know if that would fix it or not, honestly, because I don't know if... I guess it should. My son uses my old PC, which I don't know if that's strong enough to do encoding stuff or whatever. And I don't even know how you do that. I guess you need a capture card on the second PC. I don't know what the most budget-friendly way to do this is. Is it to have some simplified box to stream from, or is it to just upgrade this PC so that it's a little bit stronger? I don't know any of that stuff. I have a feeling that going to an 8-core CPU would be enough to kind of push it over the hump, but I don't know. Because that should lighten the load for the GPU, because then I'm pretty sure I can go to use the CPU to do the stream encoding. But it's kind of beyond my expertise. We can try that. That's on the list of things. Oops, reading chat. Frankie took me out again. I guess I can't take out my teammate. It's pretty impressive. I don't know how you did that. You're not even on track. Okay, so yeah, the performance meter took a big dip as soon as we kind of came around the bend, and now it's like pegged at 0 basically. Or no, the performance headroom looks like it's at -3 to 15%. So yeah, that's the problem. I guess really the next thing is I need to get that whatever application Cheese has so I can see which one's freaking out. I'm betting it's the CPU. Because I feel like if the GPU was freaking out this much, that wouldn't the driving experience be terrible? I don't know why it's not terrible with the CPU freaking out, but it seems like if the graphics card were dying, this wouldn't be working. And I would just switch settings right now, but I think it would require too much stream fiddling, killing the stream starting over, so. Hey Feltat. I'm just messing around trying to see what's going on with my computer. I don't know that we've learned much other than yes, it does bog down in the same spot as it did whenever that was, Friday? I guess I could try turning some graphics settings down. But I wish it'd be easy to see if the CPU itself would make that big a difference. It'd be easier to talk myself into doing it if I just knew that, oh yeah, that would fix it totally. But I have a feeling it won't be enough. And I don't think you really took me out in the trainer race, Frankie. I think it was just a weird circumstance. I think there was just like traffic slowdown in front of Feltat, and that caught me out. And then I was kind of a mess, and you had plenty of speed to come up around the outside, but then we just got our wheels tangled. And I just didn't know you were there because I didn't have crew chief on. If we turn off MSA, we should be able to do that on the fly, right? Guess we could try that. If I can get around this corner, then we'll hit escape. Oh, no, actually, I don't know. We can try, but actually, AMS2 and PC2 are actually pretty obnoxious about letting you change things, right? No, we can't change anything right now. Yeah, that's annoying. ACC is the best about that. Let's, I guess we can go back to the main menu and try to change some stuff, but usually it requires you to restart stuff, which is just obnoxious. Okay. Like, I don't even know, can you turn down the number of cars that AMS2 deals with? Because I don't know that you can. Come on, scroll. This isn't working. Can I use the arrow keys? I can. Whoops. We turned that MSA to post AA. Oh, okay, we could try this, yeah. I thought MSAA was supposed to be more efficient, though. Is that not true? I don't know. Sure. Selections. Whoops. This little, the keyboard I'm using has tiny little arrows, so it's really difficult, actually. Car detail. We can turn some of these things down. Pit crew. Shadow detail. Oh, maybe the pit crew. That would be interesting. If we had, 10, 15 guys in and all their pit crew, I wonder if that's something to look at. I don't really want to turn shadows down. I don't like turning shadows down. Particle level. I don't know that I care about particle levels. Let's turn that down. Particle density. That's just things like dirt being kicked up. I don't need that. Yes. Fine. Let's restart it then. Well, I do super sampling through Steam. I don't do it in game. So I think I have super sampling probably at 1.2 or 3. I should check that out too because it's a lot of processing that I can unload from everything, but it sure does make a difference. Let's get rid of this for a moment. Steam. Let's check out that and see what's going on. I can't remember what I set it at. It's been so long. If it's at 1.3, then I'll definitely lower it. Oop. Let's see here. Per application. Automobilista 2 is set at 134%. Let's take that down to like 120. Super sampling. That might make a difference. Cool. Okay. See if we can get AMS2 going again. We've just made a significant change too. So going way down on super sampling, and we changed a bunch of graphic stuff. Ooh, Todd, it's awesome. Can y'all see it on stream? I'm enjoying it. I've ordered already the 6-speed top plate because it's easy, especially in VR, to go from, I guess, 4th to 7th when I don't want to. But other than that, I'm really enjoying it. I lowered the shifter height today. And I haven't played too much with the, you probably can't see it. You can maybe just see the edge of it. Yeah, you can just see the, there it is. There it is. But I'm enjoying it. It's been great. I've played with it only in just the tip. Does anybody watch Parks and Rec? Because Just the Tip was the name of Andy's band, which is pretty awesome. Or it was a potential name to Andy's band. Let's get something else. Let's get one of the F1 cars I've never driven. Is this... What are some of the new ones? Like these ones? Sure. Here's one. I've never driven this. Let's do it. But yeah, I think I'm really enjoying the shifter. It's been months since I've been able to drive with one, so that alone has been awesome. But driving, I drove the RSR a little bit at Cadwell tonight, and getting to use the shifter in those old cars is just fantastic. It's good stuff. Oh, and of course chat decided to take a hike. This is one of the annoying things about dealing with VR. It's trying to fight everything. Unpin. No, we're pinned now, right? Oh, come on. So is that a no on Parks and Rec from you guys? That off for a second. I need to move it. Oh, that hope. I really hope they fix this just so it will work. That would be so nice. According to RVR, you just have to keep cycling through it a million times, and eventually it will stick. And that's been my experience, but. Ah. Yeah, it's pretty funny. It's good stuff. It's definitely my kind of humor. The boss in it, Ron Swanson, is amazing. Yeah, I like The Office. Oh, there we go. It finally worked. We did it. Call the news. Call the press. We're going to hold a press conference. Chat's working. Ooh, okay. This ought to be good, guys. I've never touched this. Oh, good. We're already started. But we should be running better. It definitely looks worse. For me, it looks worse. Wow, we're really low down in this thing. Now, I never played AMS1, but I always was under the impression that it was that formula cars were kind of its thing, right? But I don't know if that's true or not. I just always thought that about it. Ooh, we're making all the moves, guys. I guess I am an F1 Pro now. Whoa! Right on time. But it's funny, it should be running better now. Oh, we're never going to get out of this. Oh, gosh. What's that? Restart? Okay. I mean, I can tell the game is running a lot better for me. Like speed-wise, like there's way more performance headroom. Well, there was, and now there's none. Now we're way under. Now it's under like crazy. Well, isn't that funny? What does that, oops, I was looking at my stats again. What does that mean? If we just turn down the settings, I think significantly, and it didn't really change anything on the performance meter. It would mean that the graphics don't have anything to do with it, maybe? So maybe it is CPU? I don't know if it's that simple or not. Ooh, not this time, game. Every once in a while I learn. It's pretty rare though. Can we have some downforce, please? Thank you. No stutter. Well, that's good. Even at the start, because usually it's only at the start-finish line area, or start-finish straight, and then one other spot on the track. It might have been right around there. You know what we should have done, I guess, would be load up this track with just me on it. Just do like a time trial kind of thing. Because then we could see if all of these cars have something to do with it. If that's the case, then that, again, I think confirms it's a CPU problem, not a GPU problem. And someone who knows what they're doing might say, no, you're completely wrong in all these thoughts. But it sounds good. It's believable, right? But the game does look noticeably worse to me, and it could be as simple as the anti-aliasing change we made. I think that's the next step, is I want to load up. Oh, well, the performance headroom looks a little better now as things are spreading out, maybe. Smoother. It should be running smoother, right? Because we made it so much easier on my computer right now, I think. How does the, I mean, apart from the smoothness, does the image quality look okay? Because it's noticeably worse for me in VR, but I think usually it looks, whatever's on screen looks better than whatever's in VR, you know? So does it, like as far as a stream quality, if I just suck it up and drive and slightly compromised VR quality, does it look good for you guys to watch? This feels so different than F1 2020, by the way. I know they're different cars, but like there's no comparison at all. This feels so weird compared to F1 2020. I bought it, Todd. I bought it so I could do, there's gonna be a community race someday for DDF Racer, because I think when he was 16 or something, he designed his own mod track, and he figured out how to port it over into AMS2 for some reason. So there's gonna be a race there, so I picked it up on a Steam sale for like nothing. Yeah, I know there's no VR, but I do own it. I just never actually loaded it up. Yeah, how's the image quality for you guys? Oh, these tires are pretty skinny for an F1 car. It's been a weird rule at the time. See, again, I feel like AMS insists on making everything so bouncy and jittery. Having never driven an F1 car in real life, I don't know what's realistic, but I have to say I prefer the feel and weight in F1 2020 immensely to this. This is way too light. I guess I could change some settings and maybe weighten the steering up a bit, but this feels so light, which just can't be how an F1 car is supposed to feel. It should be really heavy, especially when the speeds come up. Okay. Well, maybe this is a better way to go in the short term, and maybe I can tweak it a little bit. The performance meter is looking good now. I think it's probably because the field is spread out. Woo! It's very alive. Okay, let's try running on the track by myself real quick and see if at least the performance meter thingy thinks it's happier. All right. What other car do we need to drive for this test? Oh, let's see one of the retro things. These are the ones I drove before, and I thought I hated them. But we need to actually go back because we want to do time trial. At Cascais. Let's grab. No. One of these old V10 ones? Or should we try, let's try this one. Because it'll be like F1 2020-ish. We'll see who's the king of F1. What does it look like to me? I can't see. Hopefully chat won't disappear. It says we've dropped over 15,000 frames so far since I started this. So good. Well, this is really weird just to drive this in VR anyways, because I don't ever get to drive F1 in VR. What a treat for you guys to see such a F1 master practicing his craft. I can't even say that with a straight face. I'll have to try those. I was just realizing earlier today that I basically hadn't driven so many of these Formula cars. Ooh, brakes are interesting. There's so much more feeling in F1 2020 compared to this. The classic Gen 2. Is that, those are like the ones from like the 70s maybe? Whoops. Oh, we have damage on apparently. So the steering wheel's all jacked up. But the performance is looking... Yeah, it's definitely running better for me because the performance meter is getting up into the 40s sometimes. Higher is better for that number. And here it dips, it's down into the teens. Sorry, Zara. Someday I'll remember to change that. Yeah, it's running so much better without all the cars on track, which to me says it's CPU all the way. The steering wheel, it still drives pretty good. It's just the steering's so messed up. Yeah, no, right. Absolutely. Streamlabs definitely needs to call an Uber tonight. Okay. Well, what have we learned? I think we've learned it's not the graphics card. I don't know how much RAM has anything to do with number of cars on track, but 16 I don't think should be a problem. Let's try one of these other ones you were talking about real quick, just for fun. The Gen 2 ones, I think you said, right? Is that where these are? Gen 2, Model 11, yeah. Model 2, Model 3, what's the difference? 700, 600. Oh, we're ready for 700. Let's do that. 6-speed H pattern. Oh, man. Yeah, sign me up for that. Do we have time to grab... Can we fix this? Can we do this with a 6-speed? Maybe. Configuration, edit assignments. Uh-oh. F1 with a H pattern. Like the Lord intended. And then... sure. We should be good to go. Let's do this. I hope that worked. I don't know if there's some other option I need to set for clutch. Is there like auto clutch assistance? Steering assist, automatic clutch, I don't know. We'll just hope for the best. The V6 turbo. We're gonna start with this one. I don't even know what motor was in it, but I saw a 6-speed manual. Decided that was the one for me. Wild cheese. There's another cheese out there, guys, and he's setting fast laps at Cascais in classic Formula 1 cars. There's a V8, a V10. So which one did we grab? We grabbed the V6. Oh, okay, this is the V6. What year is this from? It doesn't tell us. That would be nice to know. Anybody have a circa what year this thing is? Hey, Sampath? Yep, we're in an open cockpit car, absolutely. So we had to trim it down. You betcha. Oh, oh, why is there no weight to this? Oh, what? Oh, we're actually not in gear, but now we are. There we go. Do I actually have to? Does the clutch work? Yeah, it works. Okay. Oh, these tires look ginormous compared to the other ones. Whoops, we just used the paddle, because why not? I guess automatic clutch must be on. So I've got to rewire my brain now. What is that tube that... Is the suspension broken? Is that what's going on there with those tubes? It looks like it. I didn't do that. That was there when we got in. I'll have to tell the rental company that that damage was there before I got here. 1988, okay? Yeah. Oops, I agree, Frankie. Something is not right. There's also a push to pass indication on here? Surely not, right? Isn't that what there's a little one next to the whoops. Did I just break the car? I just broke the car. Let's reload it. Is it actually broken, or is it just another AMS2 bug of awesomeness? Hashtag AMS2. Yep, it's just like AMS2. See, and they're so worried about adding more content, and they've got this going on, whatever that is. Yeah. Y'all are my witnesses. I didn't do that. I did send it into the wall a minute ago, but only because the A-arms aren't actually connected to the car. Ooh, I don't know when to shift this thing, apparently. It's weird, if this is from the late 80s, they had sequential boxes then. Ooh, it feels slow. It's probably just me. Is that what it is? But look how big the windshield wiper, or the windscreen is. It's just a lip. Why is there windshield wiper tubes on the front suspension? Riddle me that. Yeah. The new this is inactive suspension is what it is, because it's not connected. It doesn't do anything. This is a really weird feeling Formula 1 car. It doesn't feel like it has the grip. Maybe the tires aren't warm, or maybe I'm not going fast enough to use the aero, but we're getting through there pretty quick. '91, okay, well there you have it. We're learning lots today. Thank you, Azaris. Dubbing you the resident Formula 1 expert. Whew. Nope, turned in way late. Whoa. Come on. Turn. It still feels like this car should turn better than it does. Whoops. See, there's why it's sometimes hard to shift. Find the gear. That was beautiful. Gear change. Yikes. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, that's probably gonna wreck everything. Yep, the car's broken. More broken. Like, why doesn't this have more grip? Oh, okay. Well, maybe we just need to recalibrate my expectations then, right? Alright, we're gonna set a lap in this, guys, hopefully. Unless I have to go for dinner time or something. Okay, hot lap mode engaged. A Formula 1 car without aero, is that what you're telling me? That's a non sequitur, or a oxymoron, I mean. Wow, did you guys see that heel towing? It's incredible. I still got it. Whoops, waited too long to turn in. Whoops, nope, turn. Well, if it doesn't have much aero, it should have more mechanical grip than it does, it seems like. Yeah, that's probably right. Man, we need a foot cam so you guys can really enjoy the magic here. This is definitely more fun to drive than the other ones because you get to play with the gearbox. It's like really ugly and stuff, but it's fun. We're gonna do it. We're gonna set a lap, I believe. Okay, now we're gonna pick up some speed around here. Well, we're probably just losing all the aero because of the A-arms, right? How have they not fixed that yet? I would love to know how this happens. Okay. Hey JT, oh, we're just messing around. I was trying to figure out some computer settings for my stream because I've been having some issues. And that's turned into hot lapping this Gen 2 F1 car at Astoral, where we get to use a manual gearbox, which is great fun because I just got my shifter. Whoa, no, no, no. Oh, look at that slide. That one's going on a postcard, guys. Come on, it just doesn't turn. There's got to be some setup to help with that. These tires are huge, it weighs nothing. It should turn better than that. Okay. Or you're saying I'm supposed to slide through there? So it's the Oz version of an F1 car? Maybe that's the problem. I want off-throttle oversteer, I guess. Whoop, that's not gonna happen. Turn, go, car, do stuff. This is probably painful for someone who knows how to drive this car to watch the ineptness. Whoa, whoa, what a save. Whoops, oops. I think we just, I went into reverse. So, pro tip, bind reverse to, yeah, later, Frankie. This is Astoral, Etienne. Excellent name, Etienne. The trainers also have Brockens. Oh, wait, do they? No, we drove the trainers. They may have used to, but we just drove them. Hey, Ed, sorry. The new shifter's great. I'm enjoying it, except that you should bind reverse to a different spot because I just shifted into reverse, and that's why I destroyed the car.
Wait, I moved.
Let's try this one more time. Yeah. Well, no talent will save you when you are shifting into reverse instead of fifth. No one's that good. Remember to turn in a bit earlier there, finally. And then just nothing. Oh. It's really hard to read chat because I have this performance meter, the Oculus meter thing floating in front of me, blocking my view of everything. Oh, nope, nope. Lock up. Yeah. Whoa. But this is an awesome car. I want to spend more time in this. I need to get some settings dialed in, maybe change brake stuff, but this seems fun. This would be a good car to do a community hot lap challenge in. It would be a bad car for us to race, I think, knowing the shenanigans we often get up to, but I think this would be an awesome hot lap challenge car. And all of you people in chat, if you're not in my Discord, you should get in my Discord and come do the hot lap challenges we do. If you can't come race on Fridays or Sundays, you should at least come do the hot lap challenges. Well, it's probably not very happy with me, JT. Yeah, I thought R was for really fast, you're right, and it wasn't. It was for really expensive, apparently. Wonder what, which Formula car in AMS1 was DDF doing that championship in? I don't think it was this one. I think it was the next gen. I think he was in the V10. So was that the 3rd gen one? Trying not to hit reverse. Oh, turn. Oh, curbs. Yeah, it's not pretty, guys. Nope. Just. Yeah, I hate this chicane. It's the worst. It's a double hairpin chicane. Why even do that? And it's like uphill on uneven pavement. All right, we're flying now. Whoop. Oh, is it just VR? You think? Is that the problem? Is it fixed in the 2D model? I don't know why that would even matter. Yikes, this is... It's a turn, car. Yikes. I was just trying to do a really late double apex, that's all. This is exactly how I wanted to go through that corner. Nope, I'll just keep it second. Ooh, couldn't use the downshift to kick the car around, that was helpful. Whoop. Oh, it's pouring outside in real life now. Did we pick up time? I don't know. Oops, we just went to 4th. Oh, I gotta go, guys. I think it's about to be dinner time and stuff. All right, thanks for coming along and checking out the stream. I appreciate it. Man, these cars are fun. I'm gonna have to spend some more time in this. This was a good one. I think we learned that it's the CPU that's the problem in streaming. It's not the GPU, so we're gonna have to look into that. But yeah, anyone who's still out there, if you're not in the Discord, come to the Discord. Come do the hot laps. I am going to shut this down. Yeah, do that, Todd. It was an interesting one. All right, thanks, guys. See you later.